Episode 6, Dorset Wine Festival. We are here at Louma Farm, near Bridport on the amazing Jurassic Coast. But wait, instead of me telling you, let me show you. So, this is a working farm, which has got really a little bit of everything. It's got main house, it's got barn, it's got stables. As you can see, it's got vineyards. And as a wine festival, I'm very keen to talk about the Vineyard Manager, Jonathan. I wonder if he's around here working with the... Here he is, popping out.
How you doing?
Jonathan, good afternoon.
Good to see you.
Very nice to meet you. How you doing?
Welcome to Louma.
Well, not a bad place you have here, right?
Look at my office. It's amazing.
This is your office.
This is my office.
Not a bad day in the office you have here, my friend, then.
Yeah.
And I guess this doesn't ever get tiring,
No,
does it?
no, this view never gets boring.
And so, shall we have a look around the vineyard? You can tell me a little bit more about your story?
Yes, yeah.
Let's do it.
Go.
So, Jonathan, we are obviously on this incredible estate that has got this incredible vineyard, but how old is the vineyard?
So this vineyard was planted in 2006.
Okay.
And so it was, at the time, it would have been one of the biggest vineyards in Dorset. And now there's some other vineyards that are bigger. But this block that we're walking through now is our Pinot Noir. We've got 2 hectares of Pinot Noir here.
Oh, wow.
And so this is the basis for we make a rosé, sparkling cuvée. And if the weather's very good, we get a red Pinot Noir as well.
So, all in all, you got quite a lot of varieties coming out of the vineyard itself. But this is an almost 20 years old vineyard, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's really well established.
How hard is it to maintain it?
It has its challenges. I think with most UK vineyards, the weather is a big thing. But then our location really helps, so we don't have any frost problems. So frost is a big problem for UK vineyards, but because we're so close to the coast, we hardly.
So the sea air prevents that from happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the sea is like a big heat sink, and so our temperatures are very consistent. So we don't get the big shifts in temperatures, and so that means our growing season is nice and long, and that produces a really unique wine to this area. And
look at this, the grapes are starting to come up now, so we're not far off.
Yeah, no, we're not far
harvest
off.
time, are we?
Yeah, we've still got a couple of months to go. We can do with some more sun as always, but it's coming.
We live in England, my friend, so we're gonna get used to it. But I mean, for me, coming over here, for people that don't know, Jurassic Coast, Bridport, there is a long, long road going over the hills, overseeing obviously the ocean. It felt like I was in a different place altogether. It felt like a bit of French hills, a little bit of Tuscan hills as well, maybe. Is it something that every time you come here, you're like, God, we're blessed to be here?
Yeah, it's a very unique site, and it's really, really interesting in growing vines here, because every season's different, every vintage is different, and we get a really unique wine every year. And with the varieties that we've got planted here, so we've got a Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, a Pinot Gris, and a variety called Divico. With all those varieties, it gives us a very unique wines, and every vintage is slightly different, and it gives so with the Pinot Noir, as it's known to really respect where it's come from, as we respect the ground and respect the soil and respect all the environment around us, that is reflected in our wine.
That's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. So I guess the vineyard continues all the way from here to the bottom.
Yeah, so these rows are 350 metres long.
Oh, wow. So you're doing your miles every day. You don't need a gym membership, do you?
Take this straight, I'm walking
backwards. And to me, being here right now, it's something that I would have never, ever, ever expected. To be still in Dorset, to be an hour away from Bournemouth, and be able to see this. This is stunning. It's something that I mean, people, I guess when they come here, it's just going to blow their mind.
Yeah, it does. So it's just, yeah, the way the land is set, and it's a very, this land around here is very ancient. So in the Doomsday Book, there's mention of vineyards on this land, and the farmhouse. There's been like a farmhouse here for hundreds and hundreds of years. And
wow!
It's a very old site
and historic, I guess,
yes,
as well.
Yeah, it's very historic. And so what we're trying to do is we're respecting the land and respecting the environment around us,
but equally bring it also back to new life,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Because we can't show you quite yet because we don't have permission to. Sneaky is gonna come and slap me at the back of my head. But there is big plans going on over there, which you guys are nearly there, a couple of months from opening, and this will allow more and more and more people to come and actually enjoy and have a glimpse of how beautiful this is.
Yeah, so at Louma we're a farm and retreat, and so the idea is that you can come along, you can stay here, you stay on site the whole time. We have a chef that can come along and cook you food from that season. We've got our own farm, we've got our own like dairy herd, we've got our own beef herd, we've got sheep, we've got chickens, and a whole veg garden. And so you can come along here, you can choose, the chef can make you up a meal, you can pair it with a wine, you can sit here all day, enjoy the view, and then if you want you can go off and have a massage. There's saunas, and yeah.
Joe, I don't know about you, back end of November, let's book it in and let's do it. Right, so Jonathan, quite a few varieties that you guys have here.
Yeah.
What is your favourite as the Vineyard Manager?
Oh, that's a good question. Pinot Noir is always special. Something that we're really excited about is our Divico. We planted.
It's quite unique as well.
Yes, it's a red variety, and it's hopefully going to be a nice deep red for the UK wine.
That's a lot of me.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try that one.
Yeah. So we only planted it 2 years ago now, so it's still got a bit more time to mature. But yeah, we're looking forward to making wine from that.
And for people that don't know, how long does it normally take to plant a vine and then get to the actual bottle, the finished product? Are we talking 6, 7, 10 years?
Yeah, so for sparkling wine, if you're really fortunate, it'll be 5 years would be the minimum. But probably on average, it's probably close to 6 to 7 years.
Yeah.
So from you planting a vineyard to actually, have the
finished product in your hand.
First product is 6 to 7 years. But then your site that you choose is it makes a massive difference, and to what you get out of that bottle. So with us, if it's this site here, produces very unique wine to this place. And
which one then will be the hardest one to produce out of all of them? Bit of everyone.
A bit of everyone. I think they all have their challenges. I think I think they're all roughly the same. Maybe Chardonnay can do.
Chardonnay is always the one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But for you, how long have you been doing this here now, Jonathan?
So this is my third vintage here.
Oh, your third vintage?
Yeah. So I haven't been here too long, but
And are you still proud of doing this like it was the first day?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. It's been an amazing journey. I moved my whole family down here from York.
Oh, wow.
So
that's quite up and down, isn't it?
Yeah. So we moved down 6 weeks after my second son was born. Like whole family, we just got up and came down, and haven't looked back. And it's been an amazing
York
journey.
to sunny Dorset, right?
Yeah.
Not a bad move if you ask me.
No.
I've moved slightly further away than you. I moved from Italy to come to Dorset, and I still haven't regretted. So, I mean, what we're trying to do with the documentary as well is to show people how beautiful Dorset is.
Yeah.
How incredible the scenery looks like, and how many incredible vineyards and places like this you can come and visit.
Yeah.
So, I guess bookings will be available already on Louma Farm Retreat
Yes.
website, so people can can book their space there. Obviously, we have our space that is already secure, so we're not worried about that for the time being. But in terms of drinking your wines, where can people find your wines?
So the best place to find our wines is to go to our website. We've started working with some local merchants.
Yep.
Also, another great way is to come along, book yourself a weekend, a couple of nights here.
That's a super great
with
way.
the view. Actually, yeah, I can take you on a vineyard tour. We can go down to our cellar, have a really great time, and you can just sit out and relax and drink.
So people can book retreat, stay,
yeah,
wine tour, wellness.
yeah. Can.
Do we really need to add anything else to it?
No, there's always if you're into horse riding, there's a whole stable.
Well, not me, because I look silly being 6'3" on a horse. But if that's a little bit about you, check the website out, book your stay here, and I promise you, you're not going to regret. So, Jonathan, 33 acres of vineyard.
Yeah.
A lot of grapes coming out of this, which will translate in how many bottles every year?
We're looking to get about 40,000 bottles a year.
40, that's not quite bad.
Yeah.
But talking about sustainability, how do you guys manage that as a vineyard?
Yeah, so we run this vineyard and the whole farm complex as regenerative. So that means that we respect our soil, we respect the vines, and we respect the nature around us, and we try and work as one.
And how do you do that? How practically do you do that?
So there's things like we introduce sheep into the vineyard to graze the grass off, especially in the winter. So that means that.
Okay, so it's natural.
Yes.
So Jonathan, we are here, and this is
It's Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. We're nearly there, I guess.
Yeah.
A couple of months off. Tell us a little bit more about what we're looking at right now.
So here, so when we talk about the age of the vine, so this bit here, this is our trunk, and this has been here since 2006.
Oh wow!
And so this is basically the
so
heart
this is the
of the
core.
vine.
That's the main part of the vine.
Yeah, and then we've got our canes that come off here, and then each cane we've got a shoot, and then we've got our bunches of grapes coming off, and we're just close to veraison, and that's when the berries start changing colour. So in a couple of weeks' time, all this will be all nice and red.
Nice. So is this when you start to get excited, but also when the pressure starts to mount up, is it?
Yeah, I mean in the UK vineyards, the pressure's always on.
It's always up there.
There's no time when the pressure isn't on. But now, you can see the fruit, you can nearly see the end. And so
the end is
just trying
inside,
to,
so it's the final push.
Yeah.
And I mean, these bunches look absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kudos to the vineyard manager to get them to this point now.
Yeah. So we're excited about this season because we've had interesting weather so far, but then we've got really, really small berries, and so the flavour of your wine is all in the skin.
Yeah.
And so we get this to ripeness, and then that skin to juice ratio is going to be really interesting because there's not going to be that much juice, but there's going to be a lot of skin.
So does that mean that the wine itself is going to be a bit more powerful in the mouth?
Yeah. So I think there probably you'd just be that balance where sometimes in some years you've got it's a bit weak in power and in flavour. This year we're looking that this could be
on
good.
The other end
this could
of
be
the
on
scale,
the other end. And so that's going to be interesting.
There is only one way to find out.
Yeah.
And that is trying it. So let's go and do that. Jonathan, we've done the talking, we've done the walking. I think it's time for a bit of tasting. Don't you think?
Yeah.
What shall we start with?
So we've got a cuvee, we've got our rosé cuvee, and we've got our red Pinot Noir. So let's start with our cuvee.
Why not? I don't see any issues with that.
So this is a traditional sparkling wine. So traditional method means that all the CO2 and bubbles come from in the bottle. So this wine has been in this bottle since 2020.
So this is a 2020 vintage?
Yeah, this is our 2020 vintage. And it's got a nice pop to it, so everyone knows you're having a good time when that goes in. And then I like tasting in big glasses because you get the much better wine.
For people that are watching this, is this the correct way of drinking a sparkly English wine?
Yes, I would say a quality wine. You want to. Here we go. You want to glass it in, get your nose in, get a really good smell. And when you're tasting wine, don't feel like there's anything wrong with what you smell. Everyone gets quite caught up into, oh, is this right, is this wrong? And it's up to you, it's your personal taste.
First and foremost, I know we are in England. I know we are adhering to English standards, but let's do something the Italian way. Salute.
Salute.
This is something quite important to me, and my nonno will be proud of, so yeah, the Italian part is done, so let's get to it.
So, yeah.
It's definitely intense.
In terms of, yeah. Loads of, yeah, very citrusy. You've got that nice honeycomb and brioche taste to it. Yeah.
It's crisp, it's rich, it's got body to it.
Yeah.
This is very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And for people, again, that maybe are just approaching the English sparkling wine world, how many bottles of these do you guys produce a year?
So it depends on the vintage.
Yeah, and on the year as well.
On the year, so anywhere between 5 to 10,000 bottles.
So following up on that, secure your bottle before it's too late, because this is quite spectacular. I'm definitely going to get a bottle for myself after this.
Yeah.
So, again, this is a very rich, very bodied, very structured. What can we pair this with?
So it's definitely good on its own. You could definitely happily.
I can definitely drink the bottle on my own. But should I want to pair it with?
Yeah. So I would.
What can we do it with?
A fish risotto is always good. That's what I would.
So some light meat maybe as well.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah. But maybe a nice roast chicken. That always.
Or if I were to be sitting in one of the hot tubs at the back, will this be a good addition to that mix?
Hot tub, yeah.
I think I know what I'm going to go for. All of that. Okay. Color.
Yeah, so we're sort of on that golden sunset.
Very golden. Very dark compared to other English sparkling wine that we tried before, and we've seen even like with English oak, they're like quite lighter compared to this.
Yeah, I think it's to do with the age.
Is it age? Is it skin contact?
Yeah, it'd be a mixture of that,
and
also
of both?
The blend as well.
To be quite honest, I like it because it's different. You know, you see a ton of this very light sparkling or like still white. This got character. It's different. It's basically screaming at me. It's like, hey, I'm a different level. I'm somewhere else.
Yeah, it's quality.
And I am.
It's quality.
I am happily trying it. So, to make this bottle, what part of the vineyard is being used?
So this is a blend of Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, and Chardonnay. So they're our three main varieties.
And is it in equal parts?
Yes, for this one, yeah. It changes from season to season depending on when we sit down, we have a tasting, then we blend everything together to produce the wine that we want.
follow-up question. Next tasting, can I be a part of it? Do you have a free space for it?
Have to come along, yeah.
I will happily sacrifice
Yeah.
myself and come and give you a little bit of an advice
Yeah.
if you need it. But I don't think you need an advice, but I think I need to be part of the process. So yeah, just come in.
Yeah. So so everything gets picked by hand, and then that goes into dough labs, gets onto a truck, and then that gets shipped away to our winery that's in Canterbury. And we've got
In Canterbury?
Yes, because we've got a winemaker there, Nick Lane, and he used to work at Cloudy Bay.
And how important is that relationship?
It's a very important
you can
relationship.
pretty much do all of this work, and then you get to that stage, and if the person completing that process doesn't really understand what you're trying to achieve with it,
it can fall
the final
apart.
product can be
Yeah.
different or can be not what you want it to be, right?
Yeah. So we have constant communication.
So it's kind of like an extension of,
Yes.
of the team pretty
Yeah.
much constantly.
Yeah, we joke we should have a door in our office that goes into like transports us to Canterbury.
I mean, Canterbury is only a couple of miles away, is it? So, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
All right. So this, to me, is definitely proved. It's definitely different to other sparkling wines that I've tried. Shall we move on to the rosé?
Well, so here we've got the vineyard. So this is our top vineyard, and so it's actually an imprint of the land of where we are. So this is the woods. So if you come and stay, you can come and walk around the woods.
This is actually a map.
Yes, yeah. So this is actually this.
Wow.
So this is our top vineyard. So so we have our Pinot Meunier here, our Divicos in the middle here, then our Chardonnays here, and then our Pinot Noir bit is here. This is where, when we go for our red, this is where our red comes
and this
from.
is also
So it's also embossed.
Embossed as well on the label, is it?
Yeah. So it's perfect time to pour some rosé.
My friend, I could not agree more with you. Thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you.
So this is the blend of Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, and there'll be a little bit of Chardonnay in here, but definitely more.
So this will have less Chardonnay compared to the other one?
Yes, yeah. And then it's got, that wonderful summer fruits.
Bigger bubbles?
Yeah, I think it's definitely got, and then it's got a bit more of a,
A bit more acidic.
Yeah.
It's more pungent in the mouth compared to that. That's rounded, that's really bold. So this, I guess, will be something that we compare with something...
Yeah, a bit more meatier.
A bit more meatier, a bit more juicier.
Yeah. If you get a really good, nice piece of salmon, I think that would go really well with that. Like, if you get like...
It's the kitchen.
Yeah.
But equally, just drinking this with that backdrop of a view.
That's it. They'll, happily sit here with a bottle.
How many times you guys finish work and you were like, we're staying here for a couple extra minutes? I'm sure Nick has done that a fair few times.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean...
But I think that view and this area is reflected in the wine.
But also we
that.
were talking about it before, right? It's the air. You feel it's fresher. You feel it's cleaner. You feel it's different.
Yeah.
It's just so good. It's just like I'm in a different dimension altogether.
Yeah.
I'm just catapulted in. Hey, this is our bubble here. That's the rest of the world. This is like a painting to me, right? It's a painting that I can carry on watching and watching and watching and stare at it all day. I mean, if we don't tell anybody we are in Dorset, you can easily be in the south of France. I mean, especially with these hills going up and down like this. South of France, in a little village, probably near Bordeaux, no one will ever know. And I guess when people will be able to come here, in terms of activities as well, you guys will organize for them to travel around the surrounding areas as well?
I think the idea is that people will stay here, but obviously you can go down to the beach, but we're going to have so many like activities and just
going on just here.
Just the the sort of the enjoyment and the sort of because we are sort of like a retreat, and there is that sort of like, right, you can just actually spend time
so
all
come
day,
here and
relax,
rest,
forget the rest of the world, sit here, enjoy the view, whether that's with the wine or the coffee or the food, and and just become remember that nature's here, nature's around us, and just
on to Pinot Noir.
So not every year, but in our good years, we make a Pinot Noir. Because
that's important, right?
But
this is not a product that it will always be available, right?
No. So this is something that we produce in our good years, because you want the grapes to be really ripe, and so this is our Pinot Noir, and it's
which vintage?
This is 2021.
2021. Okay.
So
I'm excited about this one because Pinot Noir is also one of my favorites.
That's a good sound.
Thank you very much. Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, that's it's a
beautiful colour.
Yeah. And I think it's more as the years go by, and the more we understand the vineyard, and the more we.
Because it's always a work in progress, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not that you crack the formula and that's it. Every year you'll have to readjust it, reinvent it, tweak it a little bit to match the weather situation or the soil or whatever else is happening around the vineyard. So
and we're getting to understand what parts of the vineyard will produce the best red wine, what vines.
It feels like it's got that character, it's got that full body of it, but it's not quite alcoholic. It's not going right up there.
You can chill it a bit, so in the summer.
I really, really like it. To round it up, you're producing beautiful wines in a beautiful place, which is an hour away from Bournemouth, is right in Dorset, accessible to everybody, something that people should come and see, support, because again, the more places like this we have, the more people will come and visit Dorset. The more people will understand and appreciate that this is absolutely stunning. This is unique. So I guess from us is thank you for having us.
No,
thank you for
coming.
allowing us to see this firsthand. And I guess we will have to see you once this is finished and complete at the end of November. For the part 2 of the documentary. And equally, once everything is settled and is ready, I guess we'll see you at Dorset Wine Festival next year.
Definitely.
So cheers to that.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Before you go, I've got a present for you.
That's very
As you were
kind of
saying how much you like the cuvee, we've got 2 bottles for you.
Well, I think it will be greedy of me to drink both of them. How about, Joe, we bring in this to our next episode, shall we? Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like good.
Jonathan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You've been lovely. This place, Louma Farm Retreat, has been lovely. We're going to be back soon, and you should too. Ciao.